see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And we're off from Tampa. Bucky Irving now to return. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, here's Baker. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running left, this is Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third down run from White. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Baker now from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Watson. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Judy. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Avante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down. Watson to throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. McLaughlin to tack on the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second and 8. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground with Ford. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this can be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. Third down coming. They won't snap. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. Watson. Connection made to Judy. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Tucker now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
Irving will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Watson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns make it an 11-point ball game. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Trying again, following the sack. Catch made by... It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it! And it's a turnover, the defense has it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. That's Tillman, he's got it! And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Watson. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Ford straight ahead. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He's got it.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the gun, Watson. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 1-score game before halftime. PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Tucker now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st down, here's Baker. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did, got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Through the middle. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Working from the gun, Watson. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He completes it in traffic. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
The Buccaneers bringing out a dime. Look, 3rd down coming. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. To return, Jerome Ford. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On the carry, it's Ford. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it downfield, working the left. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running is Ford. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Irving on the inside give. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right back to Irving now. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Mayfield now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, Mayfield. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Baker now from the gun. Brought in inside the 20. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. This is Ford. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Avante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Chubb running out of the gun. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Watson. Short pass brought in. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing, Baker. Irving hauls it in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Regular. Run.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Return to stop it cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Watson looking to throw. That'll be complete to Ford. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 now. It's into the hands of Chubb. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Desperation time here on 4th. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Sticking to the air with Watson. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up. It forces the incompletion.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. Running right, it's Irving. Across the 45 and still going. And he's down all the way to the 30. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Once again, Irving. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard. Now here's Mayfield. That's caught for the first. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Browns trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Finding Judy. And he goes out a little short of the 40. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. They run it from the gun with... The ball's out! The ball's out! He lost it! And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it.
You know, I'm sure Coach would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. No additional damage is done, however. They're fortunate to get the ball back, and everyone can breathe a little sigh of relief.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. He'll get this to Tillman. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's a give to Ford. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Now Ford. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that